City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With
Of course, the Ground Report team, as you just heard their promo there, Andy Williams, Enoch Smith, Nigel Snipes. Good morning to you guys, and have a safe trip home. Be careful on the road, so you know what is out here. X, what's he seen this morning, man?
This morning, not a good morning.
Why is not a good morning?
Not a good morning.
I see good news in the papers.
I've been, you see, information overload. It is confusing.
What happened to the information? What information you
Too much
overloaded
stupid is
with?
going on. Well,
With what?
First the CARICOM issue going on, and I am very upset about how that has been handled, but we'll get to that a little later.
But I saw Sobers.
Well, you talk about him just now.
All right.
I just want to deal with this jet ski issue, right? Because this is infuriating.
Yeah, let me jump.
me, right?
No, let me jump in on that because.
Now, yesterday I saw two videos.
Yes.
One is a boat in the Pigeon Point area reversing in and have people around the boat while the boat reversing in. Right?
Right.
The other issue is somebody put up a picture exactly where the child died. Right? Well, no, not died. Got injured. Right? It is just after the rope that they put there in the Pigeon Point Park to ensure that vessels of any kind does not come within that area. Right?
Right.
You have a whole ocean out there.
Yeah.
You could go up to Grenada so long as your tank full with a jet ski.
Yeah.
Nice. But you decide that you're going to come into the a rock formation area, a little dark rock area.
Yeah.
And just after there is where the family was bathing. Right? Because remember I tell you that 7-year-old, like I see that 7-year-old quite out there.
Exactly.
Right? That 7-year-old had to be close to the shore where he could stand up and take a little bath with their family and so on.
Yeah.
And where this guy came in to harm that couple with this vessel, you shouldn't be running, buddy. You shouldn't be running. Just go and give yourself up to the police and them.
But he did.
Nice? Because you see them kind of rubbish you're doing.
Yeah.
And remember I was talking about all the no man's land issue and the boat and I listened to Farley carefully yesterday. And Farley said he is aware of all these issues that is taking place.
But he said to talk
with
to
the
them
boats,
on several occasions.
right?
They fed up meet with them.
And they're talking with them, right? But he is saying, and which I tend to believe, he is saying that there is no lawmaking capability on the island via his administration.
Right.
Because of this autonomy bill and all them kind of dramas, right?
Right.
So there is rules that govern how we do things in Tobago.
Right.
And they have been meeting with the relevant stakeholders and trying to appeal to the sympathy to let them know what's going on. All you don't be breaking the people's rules. It have rules for a reason, right? We can't enforce it per se because we have no laws against it, but the TTPS could do their piece.
Yeah.
Nice? And I am saying that this youth man, I don't want to say thing too much, but I just want to say, go in and give up yourself, whatever the case may be, and face the full brunt of the law. The whole judiciary should come down on you. Nice? And when that happens, for years after, we will talk about you. You see, we still talk about Simona Frisk. Remember that lady?
Yeah.
Yes. You see, we still talk about that in Tobago? Yeah. They should say, a man break a thing and damage a little girl and kill her, and he making 25 years now. That what should happen.
Yeah, but
to send the signal to some other stupid man out there that just doing dirty shit. Because I saw the boat reversing and I wondered, I saying what? The propeller in motion because you seen it kicking up in the back. And 3 people around the boat, a little youth and a guy and a woman, and the boat coming in to an area where it's not supposed to be because it is in the roped off area of the Pigeon Point area and a boat reversing coming in.
No, but
so them can remember man lost their hand with propeller and all kind of thing.
Right, but this is the thing that disappointed me with Tobago this morning. is in the paper, you will read an article where it says tour operators upset over 24-hour ban on water operations. Outside the Pigeon Point Heritage Park yesterday, the mood was somber as tour operators huddled together talking quietly about the incident that left Angelica Jogi dead. Their boat sitting empty, anchored nearby on the water. Many of them said they were disappointed that Chief Secretary Fali Augustine had announced a 24-hour ban on all operations. They said reef boats should not pay the price for jet ski operators flouting the rules.
Stupidness them talk.
Exactly,
I saw a boat in the wrong place. And that's not the first time I see a boat in the wrong place.
They are trying to separate the actions of the jet ski rider.
It's all that take responsibility
with the actions.
All
exactly.
All the tow boat operator, everybody with a private boat, everybody with a jet ski, all.
And let me tell you why. Let me double down on that. I'll tell you why they have to take responsibility, all of them. All of you operate in the same zone, in the same space. If you see a man flouting the rules, you have to pull him up.
Well, of course. That's your rule and responsibility.
Of course. So when all they drop the ball and nobody can do nothing
somewhere to feel the heat.
And
all to feel the heat, that is all. It's simple.
You can't be vexed because of a 24-hour ban.
Yeah.
A 24-hour ban, it's an investigation and all kind of thing that to take place. If the man say ban only for 24 hours, it's 24 hours, it's one day. All they could vex. The people and them lost the child for the rest of their life.
And Express, next thing, the Express. What you doing putting this little girl up on the front page? What is going on with all your boy?
I didn't see the headline.
What is going on with all your? A 7-year-old child, you're putting the child in the front page of your papers. Boy, I don't know what the hell is buy Express for, you know.
Let me tell you something, eh?
I don't know what the wall is buy Express for.
So we order them to buy.
Well, buy nothing.
Buy nothing.
Only promoting choppiness.
Then just as we were talking yesterday about we just wait for the worst to happen and then we just want to solve the problem, then you have, in connection to that article, you have the Maritime Services Association of Trinidad and Tobago yesterday called for the introduction of stricter legislation and tougher penalties for breaches of jet ski operation protocols, saying decisive action is needed to deter reckless behavior and prevent further loss of life.
What decisive action? Have rules already. What decisive action did they take? If you choose to flout the rules, you're supposed to get the full justice system against you.
Law. All right, but this just goes back to what we were saying yesterday. Now we hear from the Maritime Services Association.
Yeah. They wake up
when the worst has occurred. No! Some people might even know. Now, reading this article, some people might now find out that have a Maritime Services Association.
But I talking about this on radio for long. Look, I talk about all no man's land and the jetty and the boat filling with water and man smoking weed and all kind of chopping it.
We spoke. Look what they're calling for, right? They're calling for stiffer fines, right? Tougher penalties and stricter legislation, right? And this is the thing. Remember we threw up, we hand in the air, and we had a whole set of resistance when the Prime Minister came and said, look, we had to double down on the fines for driving offences, right? Right. It is the same. It was doubled in order to deter from breaking the law.
Right.
Because the lower the fine, the more likely you are to break the law. Because you could afford it, right? So now we're calling for tougher penalties and tougher fines and higher penalties or whatever it is. But that is not the problem.
Don't break the blasted rules.
The problem is you're breaking the law.
Yeah. Well, it's not the law per se.
Or you're breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules.
And Fali had to say in a video, I saw the video that they sent me.
Yeah.
Fali said repeatedly, he said we fed up talk to all here, we talked to all here over and over and over and all this still breaking the rules. He said, even talk about the operator, the boat operators overloading the passenger way past.
Same thing I talking about
That's the same thing you're talking about. Overloading the boats way past what the insurances cover.
Yeah.
That's why when you're throwing a boat ride on the Harbour Master, there's only low 500.
And 2 boats sink. Two boats sink before Carnival last year. 2 weeks before, 2 boats on separate occasions, you know. And I remember, I watched every other thing replaying in my head. All I go to the front of the boat, go to the front. That's all I hear, you know. And when I had my incident, that's all I heard while the boat going in. All I go up to the front of the boat. And I like, wait, just go down. The boat going to sink out.
My thing is, there are things that we are not in control of, that we cannot control. And that's fine. There are things that beyond our control. Good? But there are things that we can control. And it is the things that we can
One
control.
of them is stupidity. One of them is stupidity.
Well,
One of them is
remember
stupidity.
remember I tell you can't set no law or no rules of stupidity.
But if you see where this man driving and damage that little young girl, you'll be like, wait, is good. You have the whole ocean, buddy. The whole ocean. And then after that, lo and behold, the next video that pop up is a boat reversing in that area where there are people bathing. What you doing there? You're not a tour boat. You're considered a leisure craft. Because like it's them small well, not Boston Whaler, but one of them small pleasure craft where you can hold about 10 people or so, where just come in and collect people and go out. What the hell you doing among people? After that, the boat reversing, and I watching the propeller and watching these three people stand up next to the boat and watching the boat reversing, And I like, what is going on here? Is that TV show or something? Come now, man, all little wake up and smell it. But I want that guy to go. They are the fullest brunt of the law. Fullest.
Yeah, well, the first offense is evading the police.
Yeah.
And or leaving the scene of a crime.
Right.
Because after he hit the girl, he kept going. He kept
even
going.
worse.
So that even worse. So if he had stopped and acknowledged it,
maybe it might have been less.
it might have been, but you kept going.
Yeah.
Right? So that means that you know what you do.
But I didn't catch him yet. It didn't look like they catch him yet.
But they said they had somebody in custody.
No, they said no.
You serious? They really don't have nobody in custody?
I don't think they do have any.
I
They
thought
said
the
that
report, you read out a
they
report
said
where
that
they say-
32-year-old man was in custody. Not so. That was what they say.
That's what,
And
that's
then I
what
hearing
you heard?
reports that he ain't give up himself yet. That what I hearing?
Nah, man.
Even that thing I sent you, Farley and all acknowledge that they didn't catch him yet.
But that was yesterday.
That
or
was
that was.
I don't know when it actually happened.
I thought that might have been before they caught
Well,
him.
I don't know.
Well, we gotta see if we get some clarity on that. Maybe we can contact.
Well, yesterday I get a rub down on my life yesterday, boy.
Oh, God. No, don't say that,
boy.
don't say that, don't
I
say
get a full rub down.
Don't say that.
Well, let me relay this story at all here. And this is what has happened in the ghetto, right, people? In the ghetto. I am a street away from my home. So I come up the road. They now rub down a man and the girl. And them now looking to leave. And my car coming up the road saying, what happened? They're pulling over that for sure.
Uh-huh.
So they pull over that. Wherever a girl come, she introduce herself. Come, rub me down. Well, before that, a police pointing to me to go behind the Jeep. But if I go behind the Jeep, the back of my vehicle would have been in the road. Right? So I tell him, I say, here we're going on. I'll pull on the next side on the left there. No, go so. So I like, buddy, I pull up next to him. I say, Solar, use your common sense now, boy. Just let me park on the side and clear the traffic, whatever the case may be.
We ask him to use?
Yeah, you common sense.
Right.
Well, boy, the bacchanal start from day. Because I have attitude all of a sudden, right?
Right.
I have attitude. So I pull to the side. Next thing I know is give me your documents, wherever the woman take my documents, wherever the case may be. Next thing I know, our next officer telling him, let him switch off the vehicle. And the ASP come across now, because he find our attitude now. So he come across. Switch off the vehicle and step outside the vehicle. So I step outside the vehicle, wherever the case may be, I switch off and wherever. The woman come and rubbing me down and push her hand in my pocket. I say, Miss Lady, you're not supposed to put your hand in my pocket just like that. You know what I mean? Well, boy, the ASP hear that. The ASP said, let me rub him down. Don't leave him. I go deal with him. Come, put him up on the car. Throw him up on the car and all kind of mad thing. Hand on top of the car.
Serious?
Take out everything out my pocket. Don't tell me the smallest little thing.
What?
Take out out of my pocket. Put it on top of the roof of the car, the roof of the car. You say, go and set up across there. Go on, but they ain't cussing, eh? They ain't using it. But I understand the last three people they're cussing. Because they're well dressed and the car driving too. Yeah? So you know that drama by itself.
Yeah,
And then you get to.
that was the old car or the other
Nah,
car?
the other one.
Oh,
right?
okay, right.
So you know that drama by itself.
Right.
So they stand up there, wherever. He tell the 4 young officers, he says, search that car properly, top to bottom. They throw out everything in my car. Everything. Every little bag I have, they empty it on the seat. They like themselves yesterday.
You're serious?
Yeah, and I serious like a judge. I normal. Just watching them having fun. I turn on a ball I saw like a search a car whole day, they ain't gonna find nothing, Well, I don't know that. I don't know if you have a gun in there. I said, but you could search, You could go ahead and search, buddy. Do your thing. They find some screwdrivers in my car, ask me where's my trade. I said, well, I don't know trade, buddy. Where you working? Wherever. So I tell them where I'm working and wherever. But we don't know that. We don't know if you have a gun. And I like, what is going on with this inspector, boy? This ASP. Something Odette or some stupid so he name. Some stupid man. He trying to show he's the bad man in the crew now. But he have about 6 other officers with him now. So he trying to assert himself as the bad man in the crew now.
Yeah,
so he's searching and he looking. He open all my trunk, he open up. He look all load the arm, he tire.
He run into some problems.
Yeah, he looked at everything. He search.
He lucky you and me, nah?
He do, huh?
He lucky you's not me.
No, well, the reason why I ain't rail up is because I could have never that 72-hour hole, Very easily.
I would not rile up, I would not rile up.
It was. So while they're searching, I told the ball, I say you have some nice boots there, boy. Your boots well clean, boy. Well, who tell me say that? He started rail up himself thing. When they realize, he said pop the bonnet. I pop the bonnet. But the way my engine is look on top.
Yeah.
By the time you see that engine, you ain't going to interfere with that. Because the way with makeup now, it's a 3.0 thing, right? So he ain't going on thinking that. So he just make me open my bonnet for open my bonnet sake. You know that kind of way? He do so now. He say, well, right, you can go ahead now. I say, well, I tell you, wouldn't find nothing. I don't know what all that gambage about. If you see face.
You
Big stupid man ASP.
They're lucky.
Watch it.
They're lucky. Anyhow, yes. If it was me, you know what happened?
Well,
I'd have cut the lights for a week. He lights would have cut for a week. No currents.
Yeah, big stupid man. China, but just to show you, if I was a different kind of guy and I driving a Tida and I don't have short pants and a slippers, what would have been like? You understand?
Yeah. But that's the problem with you see, this will go viral and them.
And you just stop, and it's one of them stop on sporadic roadblock. So it's not a roadblock per se. It's just a stop cars because I could stop cars.
Yeah,
you know that kind of way?
that
No
is-
intelligence state at all.
And that's the problem, them police and them, some of them. Yes, you want to come across as aggressive. You want to come across aggressive and whatever.
Yeah.
You're dealing when you're dealing with certain elements now.
Well, he said a boy, no cussing or nothing, but I
Yeah.
understand the other drivers get cussed.
Yeah, but
You understand?
you can't talk to people. You can't talk to people who have not been proven to be guilty of
I
anything
not
like that.
cooperating. I say, but I speaking
That's
for
the
my
problem.
rights. I speaking for my rights.
You see,
You understand? But they don't know rights in the SOE.
no, but you're not guilty of anything.
Yeah, but them don't know that.
But all right, but they can't treat you as guilty from the time they stop you.
Well,
They have to treat you as a citizen, as a taxpayer.
he didn't like the talk I was getting. He didn't like the talk I was
But
getting.
that's the thing with police, they like to give talk and they can't take it,
They
They like to give talk, but they can't take talk. They can't take it.
I want to block my boy KFC.
Right?
I want to block him.
You're unblocking him?
Today's Friday. He week up.
Today's Friday, the week up.
Right, so you
KFC
unblocked
KFC ban is over. KFC ban is over.
You unblocked.
But KFC, just remember.
And it was only unblocked. You only blocked on this program, not on the others. Them choose not to unblock, yeah? So don't blame them.
Yeah, they say when we unblock you, they go unblock you.
Yeah.
But yes, KFC, if you're out there and you're still listening, I was a bit disappointed that you get blocked, right? But we want to tell you, when you're calling to this program, we said it from day one. You're calling to this program, calling respectful. We wouldn't disrespect you, right? We had like to have conversations and nice healthy debate. But from the time you start with your nonsense, we go cut you off. And I was a bit disappointed that you prove X to be correct. Because X said, that's a good name, boy. X say you need more money on your phone. You want to call WhatsApp as a set of free call. And you get banned for a week. And we take calls on the pay line.
Yeah.
Which is the landline. And but if you had money on your phone, you'd be able to call the landline.
Nah.
And we didn't even get a call from you on the landline, boy.
Nah,
you ain't even tried to, you ain't sidestep that block, not at all, boy. Oh, God, the government should just so bad, boy. You didn't have a phone card, boy.
Yeah, the government that gave everything.
Oh,
Chip
God,
it, man.
Lord
Anyhow,
have
no
mercy.
making no study. But generally, I was just watching, to see, how it would have been if I was different, if I was in a short pants and a slippers, if I was driving a Tida or a wagon or something.
But when they tell you to go ahead,
Oh, when they tell me to go ahead, he tell me go ahead. The next officer now on the phone, them call licensing office or whatever database they have to find out if they can my name.
serious.
I'm telling you, they tell me wait. And the man talking to them on the next line and telling them about it. Whether or not it's my car or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. But the kind of car, you don't want to know.
Yeah, but the approach,
Fast and
the
out of
appro-
place,
the appro-
out
the
of
approach-
timing.
The approach out of timing. The approach out of timing.
Out of
Yeah,
timing
they-
and
it's-
off course,
yeah,
like
the
holiday
approach-
foods.
The approach is uncalled for. And unfortunately, that's the approach when they go into what is deemed to be hotspot areas. There's deal with it on a different level. But if they have an exercise going on in Westmoreland, they got to deal with it different.
Well, they were saying
And the
they ain't
size-
going on there with them kind of hungry thing.
Could you pull up on the side, sir? And could you step out of the car, sir? And are you carrying anything illegal, sir? Because you're gonna search your car, sir. And that's how they deal with them out down there, In them highfalutin
Highfalutin area. Yeah, but they ain't holding on them kind of roadblocks in them kind of area neither. They ain't holding them spot sporadic kind of.
they don't put no exercise
They
down there.
ain't put no exercise down there.
Don't mind
But in the hot spots and them, they coming in and
Don't mind they find millions of drugs down there on a few occasions, well. But they ain't carrying on no exercise down there, you know what I mean?
right.
Let me take a little pause for a course and we'll come back and take a few calls before we get to 10 o'clock news. But yeah, off the record, brought to you through the kind compliments of TN Tech, 80 years of power, past, present, and future. And while it have some bad news all around, I really don't like the tone and the temperature of what is taking place in Tobago as it relates to the death of the 7-year-old girl. I just think that the tour operators and you need to be a little more you need to be a lot more considerate than that. Somebody lost a child lost a life.
Yeah, but we
understand?
chop up a man the other day with a propeller. You forgetting that? Or?
No, well, what I'm saying is, and if the chief secretary decide to shut down operations for a whole week,
Well, that's the prerogative.
you understand that is a put all in line.
And check all this. Oh, everything for all in a hustle, sir. Everything for all in a hustle.
That's the problem. Everything does be a hustle.
Well, you
in
don't take
Trinidad.
nothing serious like it's a job you're doing.
Nothing
serious.
Nobody takes nothing serious. We have hustlers out here. That is why when we talk about entrepreneurship or lack of entrepreneurship in particular communities or amongst a particular ethnic group or wherever the case is because they have been trained to hustle. But I go outside and hustle, but I go down back to hustle.
But I wonder
They're
if
not trained in business.
I know
and
that
business
guy
management.
who was operating that jet ski cannot be a local.
What?
He cannot be a local.
The fella operating a jet ski?
I'm almost sure of that.
That he not local?
He might come from Trinidad or somewhere, and they give you a jet ski, and he just went riding. And,
Nah.
and nobody tell he the rules.
Nah. You feel so?
I think we should make a little wager on that, I am almost sure
You feel so?
that guy that live. Everybody know that Pigeon Point rope off. Everybody know that on the island.
So you say
So you trying to tell me you go pick up a jet ski?
So you saying it's not a Tobagonian?
Nah, not at the big one. Somebody rent a jet ski or something to that effect and skate in that area there.
What?
Because
In Inspector X at work here, boy. I didn't think it like that, huh?
it's somebody that rent a jet ski too. Had to be. Because everybody know they have roped off areas in all them areas there.
But it is rented out like that and
Yes,
give it
it's
to
rent. Yes.
without the operator?
Yes. Let's give it like that. $300 a half hour or some kind of chocolate like that.
Serious?
Yes. I am almost
So
sure
that person could have lose control and
well, he could have lose control. He could have know the area and just ride in and just end up in the wrong area kind of thing.
no, but then
I'm
again,
feeling
if
as that was going on.
yeah, but if he had lose control,
Yeah, but you can't
He
lose
wouldn't-
control on a
and-
jet
and-
ski.
well,
If you ride a jet ski, you know you can't
well,
lose
not
control.
only that, but you can't lose control, hit 3 people and still keep going. You had to be in control of the jet ski to keep going.
Well, yeah. Well, normally a jet ski
Ah.
cuts off when the key comes out, right? You know
Right.
that, right? So
Right.
if you're riding a jet ski, you tape the key to your hand or your ankle.
Right.
And if you fall off the jet ski, and the key will automatically come out of the ignition.
Oh, okay.
So if it drift a little away from you, the key will come out of the ignition. So it will
Alright.
automatically cut off. And if in high waves, the best way to get on a jet ski is from behind.
Yeah.
Because you can't, in high waves, you can't really get on it on the side because it will tilt too much.
I don't think we should overreact and call for a ban of jet skis. I think that is a bit overdoing it and a huge overreaction.
Well,
I think
there's rules that you need to follow
we need
in
to follow
general.
the rules, that is all.
Because I saw a boat on several occasions, but in this case, I saw one on the people, on the people TikTok, with a boat reversing with 3 people standing up next to the rotating propeller of the boat. How is that possible?
all right, I get a message here saying X, he is from Tobago, and where the police held him, the little girl and her family was staying like 2 streets down the road. So they're saying you're Tobago and they're saying you're from Tobago. But somebody's
The whole book, they should throw at you. The whole book.
just pelted
The
at
whole book. They're supposed to that pick up and pelt at you.
but they should beat you with that direction.
Yeah,
No,
PT.
I'm telling you.
Because he ain't choppiness. If he that a Begonian, trust me, he's supposed to get a good song, old-fashioned cutter. That we supposed to get.
They're going to deal with he dread boy because that is one of the most.
Because everybody in Tobago know that Pigeon Point has certain areas that roped off.
Yeah.
And roped off for a reason. Nice? You could be the dumbest guy. You could be dumb like the back of a spoon. You're supposed to know that.
Of course.
Right. So we doing driving inside it. And especially when people are wrong.
You saw the video?
Well, I saw where they claim she was, because somebody did a video of and showing you where
I didn't
the
see
roped off area is, and they have some little black rocks from the ground.
Yeah.
All right, and then they have a little area in between there and the rope,
Right.
right? And they're saying she was just after there, close. Well, she wasn't close to the rope, but she was in the area there. So what you doing with a jet ski inside there?
Boy, I
With a whole jet, what you doing inside there?
I just don't know. It's just a sad thing, but it's easy to lose a child, you know.
It come like Maracas and Tyrico.
Yeah.
They have red flags for a reason.
Really?
They have red flags for a reason.
And people are still.
Yes. And the whistle always blowing by the lifeguard from the lifeguard hut, always blowing because an idiot want to decide that they're going on. I want to test outside the red flag.
Well, some people is drift, eh? Some people is drift for the current.
Drift what?
And you don't realize how far.
All right, well, even if you get a whistle, it's supposed to come back out.
Yeah, you had to come back here.
Right, it's very simple. But they have red flags and yellow flags for a reason in the sea.
Why gotta be red and yellow, boy?
Because that maritime colors kind of
Everything gotta be red and yellow in this
Yeah,
place, so,
yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Down
yeah.
to the flags.
Yeah,
boy.
boy, red and yellow.
Everything gotta be red and yellow, boy.
I forget that part.
Oh, God, boy. Hey, let me take a break. We'll come back and take a few calls before we get to the top.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate,
Talk City
relevant.
91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching.
Protect yourself
bigger,
from electric
bolder,
shock or
and more
death.
powerful
Before
than ever
conducting
before.
repairs close to overhead
Talk
lines
City
or the point of connection to your home, contact
brand
TN
new
Tech to
era
request a
of
temporary
talk radio
disconnection.
is
When
here.
driving tall
With
vehicles,
voices you
ensure
know,
they do not
trust,
exceed
and
15
respect.
feet.
Get
Do
ready
not
for an
lift
all-new
lines to
lineup
allow
of the
vehicles to
very
pass.
best
When
in
carrying
talk.
out
Andy
underground
Williams,
works,
Lennox
contact
Smith,
TN Tech's
Stephen
area
Reese,
offices
Mr. X,
to ensure there are
Derek
no
Charbonnet,
underground
Roland
conductors
Stewart,
and cables
Sharon Farfan,
before digging. At
Sudath
TN Tech,
Prasad,
safety
Heavy Duty,
is our
Alexa
priority.
Singh, Karen
TN Tech,
Francisco,
the power
Jerry Lee
to make
Lewis,
it work.
Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the
The
national
plays that shake the
conversation.
arena.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real
The stories that
community
move a
issues,
nation.
culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most
From
to you.
football to
This
cricket,
is where
track to
Trinidad
tennis,
and Tobago
every win,
comes
every
to
rivalry,
talk.
every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with
Hey,
Monsieur
Trisha,
Mohammed.
I ain't seen in a while. How business going?
Boy, business real
And
slow these
connect on
days, you know,
Facebook,
and
YouTube,
advertising
and TikTok. New
expensive.
shows,
You for
new
real?
features,
You ain't hear about
big
SVP?
giveaways.
Wait, that?
Talk City
Small
91.1.
business package.
Your
You
city,
can advertise your business on
voice.
radio. They cater for your budget.
You serious?
Yes,
Good
girl.
morning,
Them fellows are
Trinidad
next
and Tobago.
99.1.
I'm
100.1 and Talk City 91.1 real bigging up your thing.
What? No way. Tell me where, when, and how.
Call 622-4141. That number is 622-4141. And for more information, you can email ttttsales@ttt.co.tt.
I heading down Marval Road now. That songing too good to be true.
St. John the Evangelist Church, Diego Martin, celebrates God's unending love and mercy. The event begins at 12:30 p.m. on Sunday, April 12th, with Holy Mass at 4:15 p.m. The guest speaker, Kyle Dardy. Confession will be available throughout the afternoon. Divine Mercy Sunday, April 12th.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
All right, people, so welcome back to Off the Record. And just before we get going on the phone lines there, we just want to remind you, if you're looking for a smart way to grow your savings for a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with a PCU fixed deposit. Visit any of their locations in Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago and get started today. For more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call 612-4PCU. And remember, your future is safe with the PCU. All right. All right. Let me see what foreign news had to say here. Easy foreign news. We coming at you. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hey, morning, gentlemen.
Yes,
Morning.
I.
Yeah, I have a heavy heart with this issue. Look, the Express at this time, to put a picture like that with the trauma, the heartache, the emotional distress these people, these parents are going through. You know what? In somewhere like the United States, where you have ambulance chasers, they have lawyers in advance, those ambulance chasers, who will already start the brief to sue you for giving unnecessary additional distress and trauma to people who lose a train. But you see, you said something there, Mr. Stephan, that stands out. Depending on who you are in Trinidad, that picture would have never made the front page.
No, sure.
Of the Express. Never.
Yeah.
And look, let me I'll just get up now. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to vent here. But this is so wrong at all levels.
That raises a question that I'll put to X now. Thanks a lot. I'm glad you commented on that. Yeah, man. I was listening to a lady on TikTok. She put out a video, right? But she called out CNC3 and Guardian Media on that same issue with putting up a picture of the child. And she was saying, where is the journalistic ethics?
I saw that. Yeah, journalistic ethics. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Right, you saw that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit too this morning, because
look at it.
Where is journalism these days? And morning.
Yes, morning, Mamu, Uncle, Unak, all is Spain good in me, Uncle.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Mr.
Morning.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about this incident. I see people are not safe anywhere now. You go on, wherever you go, you're exposed. You're not sure to come back, whether you're driving, whether you're going to the beach, in your own house now. So that's what the situation is about. But Munok, I'm still waiting on our update.
Right, oh gosh, let me message her now. I keep forgetting, All right, as you mentioned it, I'm going to message her now. All right.
Okay, Munok, take care.
Yeah, no.
I have about 12 lights over in Tarico to fix. Because the area you know, messed up there, you know. No lights up there, you know, but I now get them to fix.
Holy sure.
So that is good.
All right.
About 12 lights, yes, and about 13 more in another area, you know.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Papa, you.
Hello, good day.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
That fellow who in Tobago killed his child. All sees all the money he own in the bank. Take the key and give it to the money. Them fellows by the sea now. Them little coast leaders like God.
Yeah, I know we a little emotional and thing, but you know we have to be kind of careful.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing.
All right, okay.
I lost him in jail.
All right, okay.
All right, no problem, man.
I know we a little
Yeah,
emotional.
but I mean,
and
it
thing,
have the
right,
charge
but-
of manslaughter that should be
That
considered.
is applicable.
Oh,
Hey, KFC man.
Guess who?
Yeah, KFC man.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. X and Mr. Stephan. I apologize to the talk show host here, Mr. X and Mr. Stephan.
Yeah,
You I
man.
get to know.
Yeah,
But
go ahead, man. Share it up.
Mr. X, they ain't lie at all, you know.
With what?
I don't want to put my phone, but I'm making sure I'm paying my light bill.
I'm talking that way.
I make sure I have internet for the train and then to make them comfortable.
All right, get
Because I
some-
see the parachute, they are crew parachute.
All right, stick to the
Yesterday
topic,
morning,
man.
they cut about 8 people.
And you didn't get caught. So
They
you good to
didn't
go.
play, but
So
Mr.
you
X
good to
and
go.
Stephan,
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
paying for a service in the back here for grass cutting
Where?
and garbage collection.
HOA?
I was 6 fortnights now. They ain't come and cut the grass.
Who you paying for that? HOA?
The housing.
Oh, okay, and they ain't doing the work?
Gotta find out that
They ain't
from
doing
Philip.
them, but we paying 575. Everything coming in the packet for the garbage, but the garbage collection it working smooth.
Right.
So I know what's going on with the grass cutting.
The grass cutting.
The grass growing real high.
I'll find out from the minister.
You know
and I'll address it.
where you talking about,
Yeah,
right?
that Maloney, right? No, the
Oh,
sugar
Maloney, I live in Oasis.
sugar on us. I forget.
Sugar on us central. I live in a strong UNC community.
Yeah, sugar on
And
us.
sugar on us, right.
Yeah, cool.
All right, no problem, man.
But
We'll find out.
don't X, you know why I get to know so because I know that man a real fight and I toil and I see when it only the rain.
All right, all
Up in
right.
taking it.
All right. Okay.
All right, my brother. Look into that for me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. Love and respect. Yeah, man. That we talking about. Now we'll find out about that.
Yeah.
You know the area, right? So
Yeah.
we'll shoot a message to Philip and see what's going on there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Yeah, morning,
Good
go ahead.
morning.
Morning. Glad to talk to all you. Listen to me carefully. Just want to make a short thing on the police and them. I believe we are east, west, north, south, and Tobago. It's supposed to one commissioner cannot command all them places. It's supposed to have 5 commissioners. And see what's going on. So each one of them man in their own area. Right, thank you.
All right, no problem, man.
Yeah, but that's the big issue. I was blaming Farley for not coming out and looking to stop these issues. And he has said it succinctly yesterday. I listened to him very carefully. And which means he understands and he knows what's going on the island.
Yeah.
He has spoken to the relevant stakeholders. He has brought the relevant secretaries to bear to try to understand how to navigate around the issue. They have put rules in place because they can't put laws because they have no lawmaking ability. But they have laws for everything. I mean, they have rules for everything that are being violated.
Yeah.
And now it's time to put your foot down. He said, you don't care who vex.
Yeah, he said, me
You
no
don't care who vex. He said, me don't care who vex.
Yeah.
He said, local colloquialism.
Yeah, he said that.
Me don't
Morning.
care who vex.
Me no care who vex.
Morning,
Yeah,
Stephan and X. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
morning.
Hey, Stephan X, I agree with you, man. Put that guy in jail for 25 years. Because I remember I was in Trinidad a few years ago with my son.
Hold on.
We can't put anybody, we can just say that, right? But we are
Yeah,
saying,
but
we are
I
saying that
say
the full
when you go to the court system, whatever.
right, the court will determine how that
Right.
goes from
So,
severity and whatever, right? That's
And I hope they throw the book at it.
Yeah, right. Fair
Because
enough.
I was there. I took my son to Tobago and we went on jet ski for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But you follow the rules. I make sure I ride in the back of my son
Right.
so he don't break the rules.
Shout out to this, Stephan.
Because when them kids
get a jet ski, they go crazy.
Yeah. A lot of them is
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it's a kid.
Well, the first time I went on, I wouldn't know what to tell you about that.
Boy, that thing is, let me tell you something, Jack. I never just getting one here up here. I live in Florida.
Right.
But the next thing to X, I agree with you about the ocean.
Right.
I go to Daytona Beach all the time.
Right.
Because I love the wave. I love the wave.
I love the waves there too. The waves will be real nice for little mini surfing and that kind of thing.
And I'll tell you something, X. The same thing. The guy, they're always blowing the whistle. I don't understand. The people don't listen. And I mean, I don't go to the West Coast because I hate ocean that do not have waves.
Right.
So I go to the East Coast all the time because I live closer that way. But anyway, I agree with you, man, 100%. They're blowing the whistle all the time because the idiots and them don't listen. All right, X. Thanks, man. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, man.
But they had to be blowing the whistle right through because we are a lawless people and we have to keep them in check all the time. And anybody who is living Tobago and rents a jet ski knows that Pigeon Point is a roped off area.
Yeah.
And they rope it off for a reason. What the hell you doing there?
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead, share thoughts.
I remember that same situation in Tobago. I remember that time my wife and we had rented a jet ski. And the person that I pulled rent the jet ski from us, so we were going to the other part of the beach. So the guy said, he will come on the jet ski with us and he will ride us to the other part where the boat followers go there, right?
Right.
And this man decided, he could ride the jet ski. I said, I couldn't ride the jet ski. The three of us on the jet ski not to go across because it's a big jet ski. And the guy started riding jet ski in a kind of way and throw me and my wife off of the jet ski. At that point in time, I couldn't swim. I had my life jacket and everything.
In Line Pool?
Yeah, Line Pool, but it was going on that part of the beach.
At least you could stand up. At least you could stand up there. So,
right. But what I'm saying, he moved us. So while we're going to the other side now, we started to go deeper into the water.
Right.
So we come out of the island pool part, so we was going to the other side.
Like no man's land.
And, no man's land, right. While we was going to no man's land, he threw my wife and I over the object.
Again?
While he was going.
Again?
Yeah. No, I couldn't wait to reach back on the shore. We come back up on the jet ski and everything.
I hit it to tap.
And he ride us back out to the shore. Let me tell you something.
Well, I hit it too carpety again.
The kind of slap I put on that, man.
Oh, yeah, we put on that.
What did I say?
No, listen to me. That was real, to me, careless and reckless.
And unprofessional.
Oh, yeah, unprofessional to me. I hit that boy some hard slaps.
Yeah, some bellas. That was you.
I come up, put back up my wife, everybody, and me go back out to the
I gave two hard bellas.
Everybody come back up on the thing, and I started slap him. No. And the owner, who was there, who see that, he was like, I fed up talk to this man.
Well,
I'm fed up talk to this man. My family, everybody started to hold me back and try to figure out what it went on.
Right.
And I started telling them what went on, them started beating too, because you're moving reckless.
Yeah, moving very up. Actually, everything for them in a hustle. That has stopped the hustle mentality and take it as a job. With professionalism.
I used to go to my church. Died like that.
Yeah.
Someone passed with the little boat thing and hit her in the head and kill her. And
Yeah.
she'll call Lily.
Yeah.
That happened already.
Yeah.
And until this man and get to realize how dangerous that is. I say I get Fally full 100. I support him full 100. That's what we have to do. He has to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I just feel keep up a good job.
All right, thanks a lot. Yeah. But we got to get to the 10 o'clock news, people.
Hard bellas.
And after, no, listen.
Unacceptable.
We got to start.
And have some people on the island there. I love my island. I love my people over there. But everything is not a hustle. Because 80% of the island are employed by THA.
By THA,
right?
correct.
So they get their salary every month and whatever, right? The people on them outside who selling the little breakfast, the little dinner, the little all the little establishment. Hey, all they talk to people properly and stop taking it like a hustle. It is not a hustle. It is a job that paying you.
Yeah.
And approach it like that with professionalism and some level of integrity. You can't be just doing what you want when you want. It can't work so.
Let me tell you something. When we talk about tourism and thing, Dread, but when you
want to invite you to
when you go to Antigua, and you go to Barbados,
you get top of the line treatment in them hotel and them boy. They don't play,
top of the line customer service.
Go in Tobago and see where you get.
They're very professional.
You get pot scraping Tobago. I said a girl in we go on Cocoa Reef the other day. One ball in bring the thing when you come in the back there, and I like we set up and everybody turn on the table because everybody like who should talk with a pala.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The kind of hospitality.
She shouted to she friend in the kitchen.
The kind of hospitality you get when you go up the islands is totally different to what you get in Tobago. And they could talk about tourism all they want. If you do not move yourself to that position of professionalism from an international standard or standpoint, all you're going to be talking about is domestic tourism. From now until the cows come home, right? And domestic tourism is not where you want to be. You want to get...
It have one, I tell you, I go on Cocoa Reef, I tell you.
Yeah.
The whole team stay in Cocoa Reef, right? We go on... It have a pathway to get to the front. So you have to come down the stairs, go through the lobby, wait at little stores and thing.
Yeah.
Earlier morning, them come to deal with sewer. Them plug in a thing in the sewer, right? And the hose running in the pathway. And a man telling you, just jump over the thing there. And I like, what kind of joke? And the place smelling...
Let me get to the 10 o'clock news, people. Let me get to the 10 o'clock news.
Good morning. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard with the latest headlines to the hour. Strategic advisor and former energy and energy industries and finance minister
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
But I'm not paying for it.
Okay.
I'm not paying for that.
You give up on
that
the papers.
Rubbish. And then the skewed stories that you're getting from the papers are not really happy at all with what's going on with our journalism in the country.
Well, we'll talk about that integrity and journalism, because
but when PNM was there, all it wasn't reported like how all it reported now.
Remember, we are no naughty corner today. Today is Friday.
Nah,
but
the lucky.
But
I guess some good strokes today.
nah. Today is Friday. We are no naughty corner on Friday.
I guess some good strokes.
But we do have. Well, usually, but we on a Friday. On a positive note.
Yeah, on a positive note.
Anything on a positive note? Is there any positive vibration, boy?
No, not
boy, that's a bad thing when on a positive vibration, you know. I have a little sprinkle of positivity here.
I'm not going on here.
So yesterday in the paper, which most of you will not have read, okay? And I want to read this for you. The headline was, I don't know if X saw this, World Bank forecast 2027 economic breakout for Trinidad and Tobago. That was the headline. I'll just read a couple of the paragraphs, right? That's I ain't going to read you the article. TNT is preparing for a major economic shift between 2026 and 2027.
Just that steel plant alone coming here will tell you that they anticipate something going on.
Exactly. I'm coming to that point, right? While the economy is expected to grow by only 0.7% in 2026, the World Bank forecast a strong comeback in 2027 with a real GDP growth rate of 3.2%.
Right.
That's from 0.7.
And who said that they try to pump over the wall?
Right, that's from 0.7 to 3.2%, right? This jump marks a significant recovery after a few years of slower movement, including an estimated 0.8% in 2025 and a 2.5% peak in 2024. This was released by the bank yesterday, which would have been Wednesday because I'm reading from Thursday newspaper. This was released by the bank as it also shared its regional economic update presentation. Reconsidering industrial policy was the update on that regional economic
Boy, just now, the signaling of that plant alone tells me something about the future generation. Everybody gonna wanna cash in. It's just a matter of time for everybody wanna cash in. But most important, that $4.5 billion steel plant that they're bringing on board.
Right.
But
hold on.
I am hoping that Heritage is buying up fuel right now and storing.
Well, hold on. I'll come into something now.
Yeah.
You use a man, you maybe go expatiate. Now, it goes on to say, however, looking at the wider Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago's growth is steady, but far more conservative than some of its neighbors, as the country remains well behind Guyana, which continues to lead the region with massive double-digit projections of 16.3% and 23.5% for those same years.
And that without the best boy.
Ooh, and dies without. But it's now let me tell you something.
I hear in Delcy wearing a pin. I hear in Delcy wearing a pin, a brooch on her clothes. That identifying the Essequibo region as part of
Venezuela?
Yeah, the Venezuelan thing.
Well, oh God, she don't get carried away with that, because
she done put it on a pin, A pin was she moving with, on her lapel,
Like she was Daddy Trump come for she too. No, but on a serious note.
Daddy come with the big whip.
Now, I know that the reason why I mentioned that today is because we know, just yesterday we were talking about the temperature, right? And the state of affairs with Trinidad and Tobago. And I don't want to go back to the ills of the former administration, right? We're going to leave that in the past where it is. But there is a reason for that growth, right? Now, there are some things that we are not in control of. We are not in control of the war in Iran.
No.
So that war has driven up oil prices and so on and so forth, but we're not in control of that. But there are things that we are in control of. And one of the things we were in control of from the Prime Minister's perspective, and as I mentioned, as she pop up on the screen there, right? From her perspective, from her position, is the decisions that she made over the last few months, as it relates to the Venezuelan issue and so on and so forth, right?
She pick her side.
She pick her side.
And she's sticking with it.
And that side that she chose, right? Because let me put it to you like this. Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, correct?
Well, one of.
Right. Yet, ExxonMobil, Shell, all of them, they wasn't going back into Venezuela. They were not investing in Venezuela because Venezuela's government was not deemed to be a legitimate government one, and there was no confidence in the dictatorship of Maduro, right?
Yeah, but
remember Chavez had run all of them out.
Right. Yeah.
But the reason why I make that point is to make this point. Investors, and you mentioned the steel plant, right? Everything that you're seeing taking place, forget all the noise. I keep trying to tell people, forget the noise. That's all the opposition can make right now is noise. You have to forget the little hustle.
And pick me, I do it, and pick me, we do it before. Put
the hustle and the small pettiness aside, right?
Right.
Look at the bigger picture that's moving in the background. You have all these investors coming to Trinidad and Tobago. They are coming for specific reasons. They are coming because
they have outlook.
And they have confidence. They wouldn't do that unless they had confidence in the governance structure of Trinidad and Tobago right now.
Right.
Right? Let me face reality. Because we had a group of people there for 9.5 years, and while one of them who tried to be Prime Minister would like to claim that his work somehow is responsible for the fruit bearing coming around the corner to be the fruit to bear coming around the corner, that we know that is hogwash because it makes absolutely no sense. It was there for 9.5 years, and none of these people gave a hoot about Trinidad and Tobago and any investment in Trinidad and Tobago. Most likely because they were aligning themselves with Venezuela more than the United States.
I was born to pick with Rowley and Stewart about those what's it called? No, God.
But what? I put that on a stick up in there. Let me make this point. So, we know that there has to be a certain
pricing. Sorry.
All right. We know that they have a certain level of confidence from foreign investment companies in Trinidad and Tobago, and that confidence comes because we have taken the decision through our Prime Minister to align ourselves with the most powerful country in the world. That alignment and that decision that she made is what is creating all of this investment in Trinidad and Tobago.
The only sensible one at the time.
And this is why. No, but I'm just
talking.
talking.
People just talking, running up their mouth, but they're not looking at the big picture.
This is what I'm trying to paint. I'm painting the big picture that you had to pay attention to. So when you hear the rum shop talk, you know to dismiss it. Ask yourself, why is United States of America building probably the largest U.S. embassy?
500 million US.
Yeah, I don't think
being spent.
If it have a bigger embassy than that in anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think that is a massive embassy. They're not going to put on that.
And they went down first.
What?
And they went down first before they come up.
Right, so they invest. They and all seeing something coming for Trinidad and Tobago, and it has to do with that shift in leadership and that shift in governance and the confidence that they would have. So some things have to be going on in the background.
Close down Mali Street when they're done.
That creating that, eh?
On don't close down Mali Street when they're done.
Close down Mali Street? Why don't close down Mali Street?
Everything can take place from up there big enough.
Oh, yes.
They might close down Mali Street.
Close down Mali Street, yes.
But I sovereign land there, That land there around Savannah, that little piece of real estate there.
Yeah.
I sovereign land for the US,
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's not Trinidad one per se. It's in Trinidad, but it's sovereign ground,
Yeah. But that 0.7 to 3.2% growth means more jobs, more this. And you know what somebody told me yesterday? You know, a man tell me, the man who showed me that article, you know, he told me yesterday. And I'm telling you this now. Because you mentioned you in that field. Right? Here the man tell me. I'm talking to him and he says, Stephan, if anybody, a businessman, So while I'm talking to him now and I say, boy, you know, plenty of people saying, you know, nothing going on, they're feeling like, he said, listen, if anybody want to know where Trinidad and Tobago is headed, all they have to go, and all they have to do is go to the Business Guardian, and you will see a huge headline, World Bank forecast for Trinidad and Tobago, and you will see that 0.7 to 3.2 growth. And he said, and that is understated. That growth is understated by the World Bank.
We will have at least $100 billion by the time 2028.
Right, because the World Bank, he said, is basing their projection on what they know. So they know the Lauren Manatee coming and they know the Dragon Gas coming. Right. But as it relates to other sectors and things that are going on in other sectors, agricultural sector, wherever.
And mark my words, right?
They wouldn't know. They may not have information on that.
There was a pipeline that I worked on.
So that growth could actually be 4 to 5%.
It's called the Bombax pipeline down Guayagari, which is a line that they could tap into Venice and Guyana very easily. From the Escribo region. So just remember what I am now.
I remember what
and a couple years from now, you will see where that Bombax pipeline come in. Where that tie in to the system. And you'll see where it comes in.
So I say all of that to tell you this, right? Here the last thing the man tell me. He said, well, Stephan, let me tell you how confident I am. He said, I used to deal in real estate.
Right.
He said, and right now I'm going back into real estate.
Yeah.
He said,
because he
said that real estate market is going to explode.
Yeah.
That's what he tell me.
Yep.
He said, right now, as of 3 days ago, I purchased a property. He said, and I telling you, that property, just now, right around the corner, by mid-2027, he said that property go triple in its worth. He said, I've been in real estate for years. He said, if you want to make money, get into real estate.
Yeah.
So he tell me that, and when he tell me that, I say, I wonder if X.
I have 10 properties right now under pressure. 10 of them.
Right now, we getting property cheap. So you want to buying property? You trying to buy up as much property as possible? in order to turn a profit, he said, that is how confident I am. I'm spending my money on real estate right now.
Right. It
You
is what it
understand?
is. You had to read the signs. You had to read the signs.
Now, the big guys out here, the big boys out here with the money, they will understand and anticipate, and they have the money to make the moves
You see the
make the profit.
You see the $5 million and the $10 million investments.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to make that kind of money. And on top of that,
Yeah.
our central bank report states that we have capital flight going on.
Right.
Right? So that most of the money is being taken out of the US.
Yeah.
Or out of the US.
Yeah.
Right? They're not bringing no money here that they're not sure could change into US.
Correct.
So they're taking their money out, a large portion, something like
it's coming out,
85 million US going out of the country, right? Every year because of how the economy is, right? But just the mere fact that plant want to come in here,
Yeah.
right? That tells me something. And it also tells me that I hope that Heritage is smart and they are taking all available monies and buying fuel and hoarding.
All right.
Because there's going to come a time when that fuel could sell back for 10 times the amount that was bought for.
That was bought for.
Right?
Yeah.
So, all who talking people business and urinal talk and instead of bar talk and instead of notice, all who not minding the business will get to see the geopolitics unfold. And on top of that, Kamala Prasad Bissessa came in and she had to take a stance. And the only person, the only government that was in alignment with our interests
An ideology.
and ideology is the US.
Yeah.
If we had chose another path,
We would not be.
we would have been limping coming along here.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice fact.
So she had to take a stance, and her stance, history will prove her right in the ending, that she aligned her government with the right people. Because, again, politics is about interests
and
ideologies. And if you don't understand that, I'll have a class on Thursday. You can come in and I'll teach you. Right?
Hello, good morning. Let me see how much I can take in a couple minutes here before we get to the Playway draw. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning. Yeah, quickly here. Yeah, quickly here. Two positive things I want to bring to your attention, and it has to do with X. Yeah, first thing is that X, you're looking nice today. I have to say that with that tie and that shirt.
Wait
a minute, I just tell that man he looking nice. Nice not me, you know. Anyway,
pressure.
Anyway, give him a clap for that.
I give you a clap. For that.
And the other thing for that is that X, give a clap.
I got a big clap. What?
You got a big clap.
Give him a clap. Give X a clap again because for not making a bad situation worse. When the police stop him and rob him down.
Yes.
Because X, you can give attitude without shouting, you know that?
Well, I did.
And being boisterous.
I did strategically give attitude.
You did give, okay, you admitted. Give him a clap again. Give him a clap, he admitted. He admitted.
Gave
because from the time you tell him, hey, use your brain
Use the common sense. Use the common sense.
You understand? And you're lucky. You wasn't at an airport. You know why?
Why?
You're get the full glove treatment.
But anyway. Full down.
See you later, fellas. Take care.
Man.
Bye.
No, I had to strategically answer, because he feel he bright now. And I tell him myself I brighter than you. You are stupid man, but you
morning.
Think because you have a gun in your hand, you are stupid man.
That the police is talking
Put on the gun now. Put on the gun now.
Morning.
Good morning, Stephan.
Yeah, morning,
Good morning,
dear.
Mr. X.
Yes, darling.
I am calling to wish my good friend from Corroad, Miss Lorna, happy birthday.
Oh, yes.
All right. Miss Lorna, yeah.
We will come many more. Happy ones to come. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, darling.
But wait now, the stupid picture on Guardian too,
That's what the person was talking about journalistic integrity and ethics.
Them poor little child,
yesterday morning on TV, so I'm going to deal with the news, right? I do the news headlines. And that was the biggest news headline. And them fellas in the back asked me, they say, showing the video. I said, nah, don't give me no video. I know not to hear. Yeah, morning. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning, Mr. X, and morning, Mr.
Stephan, go ahead.
You know, Mr. X, I must tell you thanks very much for the Valencia stretch.
Yes.
Right? You know, that Valencia stretch,
The
it had no
Valencia stretch.
cardiac street lighting and so forth, brother.
They sorted out, right?
You understand? And it was a danger, and thanks to you and Tech, that today, that the people in the night time, they could drive with a little bit of... I find it could be a little more brighter, but we can live with that.
Now, we have to use that for the time being, because you don't have the bulbs, you can't have bulbs.
If I go, you know, I hear Mr. Rowley was talking about when Venezuela and Kamala and the government was trying to support the United States about the rig and the damage the rig and all kind of thing and fighting this country. You understand? I now see why I now see the vision that the Kamala Prasad Bisesa had in this country, my friend. And we are the people in this country, the citizens in this country, take heed, because better days is coming, and it's coming very sooner than they tell my brother.
All right,
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I hear they bring flavor. Well, not flavor in name, but it's something like flavor in Borough.
Who bringing that?
That what hearing.
All right. That should be interesting.
That's
Hello,
what
good morning.
hearing.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, man.
Yeah, one earlier mention about heritage should be buying a fuel.
Yes.
Right, and later on they can get a higher price for it. But the old Point 14 refinery, where it have the tank farm with a lot of tanks, you know, they can clean them tanks, and when oil price low, you buy oil and store it.
Well, I don't know.
Instead of have them there idly.
Well, I don't know the logistics, but you have a good point there. Something to look at, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
But there's something that we could do that. Because we had them tank farm and they are wild. But I know the movable top of the tank farms and them must give trouble after a while. I know that much. So I don't know if that's the case with those tank farms at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, but the tanks I think could be refurbished and they could store the crude there.
Could be. I don't know the logistics, but good suggestion.
No problem, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, let me see if I can squeeze one real quick here before we have about a minute. Let me see if I can squeeze one real quick. 6224911. Playway draw. We had the playway draw coming up. About 2.5 minutes, but you know, I mean, if we could squeeze one, we will. Yeah, but I just wanted to mention that with the World Bank and their forecast, because a lot of people don't go down to that part of the newspapers. Remember when I raised the issue with the U.S. Embassy official that spoke at the AmCham seminar? I know people ain't gonna read that. I know people not read that story. I know that. So I mean, we had to go down in the paper and kind of.
Steph, I had to call back one more time. Did I heard in the news that Delcy went to Grenada?
Yeah, she's currently in Grenada. Yes.
Who, Delcy?
She needs to come. She needs to she needs to come to Trinidad to see how many illegal Venezuelans we have in the country, over 100,000, take back some of them. Is she going to Trinidad? No, Venezuelan?
No, not so that work, man. Not so that work, man.
But Grenada have a Venezuelan.
Yes, but not so that work. Remember Grenada refused the radar,
Yeah,
but forget it.
The geopolitics of the day has significance, you know, and has answers to all the questions you want to see. You know?
All right.
When I come to Canada, I stay in Telefona where I have my house. Then you see Venezuela, they're like crazy on the street.
All right, okay.
Later.
Yeah, man. All right, so we got the playway draw coming up in just a few seconds. Good luck to you guys. I know yesterday a man called in and said, boy, Andy Williams start off good, boy, but the man breaking me now, boy. It's only licks now. Andy, you start a big man.
You start a win, boy. You start a win. You start a win. In fact, not waxing.
So I tell you what, good luck to all of you who played your play this morning for the tentative draw. Hopefully you win somebody. And if you don't blame Andy Williams. Alright? You have a choice like everybody else. You could either listen to him or not. Alright? So I'm telling you, when we come back after the playway draw, we'll get into a little discussion on the CARICOM issue.
Well,
you want to touch that with Sobers?
I don't want to touch that too much, but you could touch it. But I don't want to touch it just yet.
Well, I know
there are some things I need to understand first before
I listen to what you say.
Yeah, because like.
Oh no, we gotta get to the draw. We'll come back with that.
Welcome to this morning's Playway Pick 2 and Pick 4 draw. Supervised
City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
And so I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Alright, so we're back. As we just mentioned, that journalistic integrity seems to be at the fore of a few conversations on social media right now, as it relates to
why they put these two children on the front page of the papers. Why they do that?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
It's like, one lady said in a social media post, I would expect that from social media commentators.
Yeah. But the journalistic privileges that you enjoy at a media house, it's supposed to have some rules that you don't cross. And one of them is not posting minors, and worse yet, in a scenario like this, that they are traumatized, the family is traumatized. You will pop a man, a woman, a little girl picture. Let me remember her by name. Her name is Angelica Jogi. Let's remember her by that. We don't need to see her.
Yeah, because I remember I was going through social media and the lady made some excellent points. She says, so it have nobody in the newsroom that didn't stop and say,
yes, they know that. The editor and them let's go through that.
We shouldn't publish the picture of the child on the front page. Look, Stanley is here with us. I know Stanley getting ready for the news, but Stanley's a man in
he's
the
a
media.
veteran in the business, so he's supposed to know about that.
So he would know. Even when I was covering the story yesterday morning, my the two younger guys in the back that run in my show.
Mm-hmm.
They come on and they say, you know, we had the video.
Right.
I say no.
They had one with the little child on the ground.
Right,
They had one
that-
and the little child on the ground, and they attending to her.
That is the one. And they asked me, they say, want me to blur it? I said, no, we ain't showing it. I said, don't show it at
It
all.
has some things, you know, you just have to have some kind of
Because-
standard or some kind of something in here, man.
And what the lady said,
Come
she
now,
said,
man.
I could understand if a social media commentator posts this looking for views. But you are conventional mainstream media and you ought to know better. Stand where you stand on that?
Absolutely agree.
That's all, talk. That's it?
Nah, I ain't him.
This one? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I hear him now.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Right, stay there. Right, yeah, go ahead.
Like that in the middle of the time.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you 100%. And I couldn't believe what I saw.
On the board papers, you know.
Yeah.
Both
It's
of
like,
them, look
what is-
one here, look
what
one
is-
here.
What is that about? If that was your family, would you do that?
But you exactly.
Would you do that?
Yeah, but mommy look nice too.
Yeah.
man.
What? But what's happened to you?
What I just say.
What about the last papers? Not full of the papers there, please. Right, good, nice.
Where the holy
Wait,
water?
far from you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not even that
and
can
then,
help him.
And then I understood that there were videos that were circulating on social media.
Yes.
And I would say, in this country, how are people allowed, Officer Shabani, how are people allowed to do that? Where are the police, the internet police?
The cyber crime unit?
Yeah, where are they?
I have absolutely no idea.
Where are they? And that's allowed to share continuously and nothing.
It's like, but
nobody's blocking it out.
But in addition to that, it's also the lack of sensitivity from persons. It's like I had to share this because.
Yeah, but Stefan,
but
let me tell you something. That is social media, period.
Right.
Not just this particular incident. When there are accidents, when there are traffic accidents, people are putting people's decapitated body and
all over the
sensationalism.
It has some people who find out their family dead in an accident by scrolling through WhatsApp.
Correct.
Madness.
Definitely.
And these things are not blocked out at all.
How you go put a 7-year-old
so that's
picture?
Why I want to know, like, where's cyber unit where these
And
things
not
are
one
concerned?
picture in the Express.
Anywhere else, you understand? They would have, put a mosaic on that or whatever, blocked it out, and so on. But here, everything just runs freely.
Yeah, but does this mean, okay, we know over time that journalism has changed or media has changed over time because when you would have started back in the day, there were certain rules and
when he started back in the day, it had real
and standards.
It had real.
It's weird that you should bring that up.
It had
because
real
we were having this
media
conversation
people,
yesterday.
And
this is
real
exactly
media
what I'm
people
saying.
back in the day, Edison Khan, and all of them back in the day.
I said, show me a
You could not
journalist
do them
today.
yeah.
I said, show me a journalist today.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sudat.
Right.
But Sudat, yeah. Big up Sudat for being the journalist that he is. Yes. But nevertheless, yeah.
And I continue. Also, not today to all Why only Bacchanalish? So?
Morning, Sudat, morning.
You know we love you, Sudat. We know we love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's the same thing that, like I said, we were having a discussion just yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, sometimes you look at news presenters and so on, and you see them fetching in an interview to ask questions.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, but how?
Because they didn't do any research.
No, what I think most of the questions.
No,
well, I don't think so. I think they are politically motivated, or they have the pressures of the political directorate down on them.
You think
right?
it's
So
that?
they have the heads in the different media stations looking
they're
on.
lazy.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's the pressures of the heads of the news sections that coming down on them, right? They want a certain slant. And okay, look like for instance, the Bacchanal going on the other day. All of a sudden, Mark Bassan jump in with live sport.
Yeah.
After 12 years.
Yeah, where that come from?
Where that really come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're knowing that the media houses want a certain slant, and you have to bring that.
No.
It is what it is.
Well, I guess you could apply that to Ralph Gonsalves too and interviewing him.
Well, yeah.
Based on somebody telling him something and he is a hearsay thing.
And we still
You
don't
understand
know.
what I'm saying?
And we still don't have the evidence of all the other pieces
but
that
anybody
made
was
up that pie.
That pie.
Yeah,
We
but
still don't have the evidence.
But anybody was taking that seriously?
Some people. But Obi does always talk to me about this, about how the standard of media has dropped significantly.
Yeah.
On radio across the board.
You don't know why?
Yeah, 'cause we
Why?
Because back in the day, and y'all might remember this. You remember when there were just like two frequencies?
Yeah.
Yes.
610
And then there,
and 722.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. There was TBC right in the back there.
Yeah, Right.
And then, of course, there was NBS and so on.
Yeah.
And then there was TTT.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you remember what happened some years later when there was a change of government. and
License
then
started to give out,
licenses started to give
yeah.
out, like
42 licenses
Right.
give out free.
Okay,
Free.
Right. So when you had just, so let's just take a figure. So you had 20 people.
Right.
In radio and television, right? And you had people who were professionals in their craft, whether it was journalism, whatever it was, right? And then you just open up the market like that. Well, what you do with these 20 people and you now have 40 radio stations? What
Right.
you doing? Right?
Well,
so people, they're just pulling people from anywhere now because you need to fill all of those positions.
My thing is that,
right? And they may not necessarily, right, have the qualifications for that.
Okay.
And then when you look at the other side of it, urban radio was now becoming a big thing. Everybody wanted to have an urban radio station
Yeah,
because
that's
they
true.
thought that that's where the money was going to be.
Yeah, there was a breakout of on the urban radio
so
market.
what did they do? They didn't really have broadcasters or presenters. They are DJs.
DJ and hype man.
And,
Yeah.
said, and hype man. And well, we didn't have hype man yet.
Right.
Back in those days, it was just DJs, right? And that's how it all started. That's how it all began.
I think it morphed into the point where social media, in order for traditional media to keep up, they had to follow the social media brand. Kind of. It started to get worse then. When social media came in, is when it started to get worse.
What social media did is give anybody a platform.
Yeah, if you
Right,
come up with our
but-
phone.
yeah, but-
don't say our phone.
but before that, think about what they were hearing and what they were listening to, right? Because there were so many people that were not trained in the field.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was just basically bring your music and come.
Yeah.
Right? And then now, as you said, the advent of social media, and then listen, even when you listen, I love a TikTok, right? So I'm
Right.
forever scrolling on TikTok. And listen, I shudder.
Yeah.
I shudder sometimes.
What 5 years would look like?
That-
Well, if it bad,
When
no.
Let me tell you, and some of them, some of the people that you see is good content, you know, but they can't deliver it.
The delivery is
The
poor.
delivery is terrible. It is
Yeah.
horrific.
Then some of them don't understand the audience as well.
Horrific.
They don't know their audience and they don't understand the audience.
And
so
they are content creators, they are
yeah.
influencers.
on X's
Influencers.
point of political bias or directorate or from coming from the newsroom as a man who has been in media for a while like you, when there was a standard all the way down to now where the standard is keep on the decline. On X's point of political interference, I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
In terms of journalism.
Or influence.
In terms of now versus your time.
You see, it was kind of hard back in my time to even discern that, and I'll tell you why. Because remember, back in my time, there were just, well, there was one party who was in power, like all the
Right.
time.
Yeah, predominantly.
Yeah, predominantly.
Yeah.
You know, so it was very hard to gauge, at least in the space that I was in, as to be able to identify who was who and who was what. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what the journalists that I knew back in those days and who I was surrounded with,
very
they just
stickler.
did the work.
Yeah, stickler for
They
on
just
point.
did the
Yeah.
work. You know what I'm saying? When this all, I don't know, when it went south, I would say, unfortunately, there was an era of Patrick Manning, Basil Pandey, and so on. And that was an era that's long gone.
Right.
When that transitioned, things just began to go kind of downhill. Right? It was kind of sad to watch too, though. You know, I think for the most part, this is why a lot of people say, you know, they don't like to watch Parliament and that because they don't like what, you know, how it's degraded and that type of thing, because it wasn't like that back in the day.
Yeah, everything has declined.
Yeah, there's a degradation.
The standard of everything has kind of been lowered drastically.
Well, everybody was. Well, I was told by my last landlord for my business. He's not very bright, but he's very good in business and building business and real estate and that kind of stuff. And he always tells me, never trust the author. And it took me years to understand what he said when he meant by that. And he's talking about the slant of the author when the person put forward something, there's always a slant in a particular direction, whichever direction the person is inclined to. And that skews the story in a particular direction for the audience to understand. And we all did tertiary level education, and we know that communication 101 is key. Yes. Sender and receiver. How you send your message, how you receive your message. Right? Your group dynamics. Forming, storming, norm. This all come back down to the basics, you know. When you form groups and you're working with people, and forming, storming, norm, all them things remain the same, you know. It hasn't changed over the years. It's the same when you're talking to somebody who language barriers. In terms of when you're talking to somebody and they have a language block and they don't understand what you're saying. You know, all these things have to be interpreted over time. You know, and we lose the whole wisdom of the whole essence of communication. But don't trust the author. That's why I started off in the earlies with my son. I keep telling him, I say, always read the author before you read the article.
Right.
Try to understand the author. Where the author comes from, because everything is slanted now. You know, check it out. Check TikTok. Check TikTok alone.
But not just now. X. I always believe that everybody has a leaning. I don't. Really
always
believe
that.
Independence.
This independent nonsense. I never buy into that.
Never subscribe to that. Everyone has a leaning, right? Now the thing about it is though, we may be more advanced and more developed to say, okay, let's be fair. You know, and
but when somebody tells you to go and check a book or check that clip or whatever, you always have to know who's the author of the clip or who's the author of the book. Right, because you're going to get a slant that may take you down the wrong road as well as the right road.
I mean, it goes back to what Stanley's saying. Everybody leans one way
or the other.
Ideology
and interest.
And interest. Yeah. Right? So whatever is your ideology and interest, you're going to try to pass that on to your readers or whoever is consuming your product, right? So there's always a lean. That is why I never bought into independent institution. Because the people that hold in those positions and supposedly running it, don't tell me about the independent.
Yeah, but a man come and tell you, go and check that book.
Because at the end of the day, when they come down and an election come wrong and they had a vote,
well, yeah.
So they're going to vote on the middle line?
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but they don't make a choice.
But the difference is when somebody tell you go and check a book and you go and you read it and you get that slant, you have to be able to discern whether or not that makes sense or not.
Right. So
that is the difference. And how many people have that skill?
You have to be logical. You have to use it.
Some people have to be logical.
Say common sense make before book sense.
Well,
but
yes,
on the
common sense is no common.
In just about the minute or so that we have, I just want to find out from Stanley. Stanley, we spoke about social media, conventional media, the gap. Conventional media, almost racing or being trying to be competitive with social media, because you could pick up your phone and get all the news here now.
Yeah, no.
As opposed to
social media has basically left conventional media behind.
Of course.
Right? And
is there any way to catch up?
I don't think so, because
it's
a dying medium.
Yeah,
that's just how the world has gone.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was watching that documentary just the other day. I think it was on CNN or whatever. And it was basically the advent of the smartphone. And listening to Steve Jobs back in the day talk about this when he was first bringing out the iPhone and so on, I said, this is going to change the world. He was right.
Yep.
He was right. When he found a way to marry music and information, all this, in just this.
Yeah.
Where you just press a button, you have access to everything.
And just 5 years ago, the things that you couldn't have done then, you could do now.
No.
Yeah.
Because 5 years ago, you couldn't do a live.
Right.
You had to do a live through a company. And you had to broadcast the rights and you had to register and all kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, they just change it and open it up. Everybody with a cell phone now just taking picture and became a journalist.
And then but now we have...
It's access to information. It's at the
at your fingertips.
You remember back in the days when we used to have encyclopedias?
That's
how we used to study.
Now you can pull up it. You pull up with
right
GPT.
With
I remember when you used to have that directory to find our phone number.
Yeah.
You don't need that now.
And a dictionary. That's how we found the meanings of words.
Notice every 5 years in election, right?
Yeah.
You notice that the thing morphing into a different space, right?
But of course, and now you have...
Every time,
Now you have the addition of AI technology that is going to take it even
scary.
further.
Well, right now,
even faster.
We're the generative AI right
now.
Generative AI. Yeah. That is how far we reach thus
far. So, I mean, look.
So,
we are where we are in the world, and unfortunately, certain.
It's either get with the times, they get roll over.
Yeah,
basically.
Yep. You gotta keep up with the pace, but in keeping up with the pace, just coming back to the front page headline. Yeah, we get into 11 o'clock news now. Just coming back to that picture on the front page and journalistic integrity. Not being first is not always the best thing. Being accurate is.
No,
being sensible is.
I just hope though that they offer apologies to that family and redact that, because that's ridiculous.
Both of them.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
So I'll tell you what. Here comes your 11 a.m. newscast with Stanley Augustus. Let's go.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Stanley Augustus. This is TTT News, topping the news at this time.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
And so I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
When you invest with the PCU fixed deposit, and you can visit any one of their locations in Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago and get started today. And for more details, you could visit policecreditunion.com or call them on 6124PCU. The PCU, your future is safe with them. All right, EXO.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I not time to play. I gotta play that sobers when after Ting Boy, because
let play out. It didn't play out yet.
because,
It knows how to play out.
Yeah, but he was very, very, very
specific with his words.
Calculated with his words.
Yes.
When he spoke yesterday.
Yes.
Right.
I noticed that.
If I have time this morning, I'll play it.
I noticed that.
But he is saying very clearly, the issue here is not Barnett, you know.
It's not Barnett. Barnett is not the issue.
He said Barnett is not the issue. The procedure is the issue. The protocol is the issue. Right?
And he even said it with the caucus talk they did recently too.
Yes.
That sends a signal that all they done make up all your mind already and all they doing all your own thing.
Exactly. So
you don't caucus people who have varying ideologies.
No, you don't.
You don't.
You understand? So I think that now he is saying that he said that Trinidad and Tobago remains dedicated to CARICOM, right?
Yeah, you say put that out your head.
Right. He said, we supportive of CARICOM and whatever. But you feel like speed talk?
I doesn't really take them conversations for face value.
Right. But okay,
I've learned to understand. I remember I told you the other day. Listen when politicians talk and who they're talking to.
But let me ask you something.
All right.
If Trinidad and Tobago is a pull out of CARICOM, what do we lose?
What do we lose?
Yes.
I don't know.
According to
nobody, if we pull out of CARICOM and we make strategic bilateral agreements with other countries, we could be in a good position.
So that's South American market that we have not tapped into.
Yes, you have several areas we can tap into.
North American market to open up.
Trump's war, you have to understand the geopolitics again. Trump's war is to let Europe know, I in charge.
Right.
That wasn't about bombing no way and it's about shaking them up. All the Sahel, the Asian countries, the people in Saudi Arabia, UAE, and all of them thing was to wake up the world.
Yeah.
The new world order coming. That is what the geopolitics saying to me. And I guess it's saying that to citizens nobody also too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. It wasn't about winning the war. It was about waking them up and letting them know, what's going on. The thing going to be different now.
Uh-huh.
Right? The Sahel has run and they're trying to get, and they won't stand up on their own.
Right.
They won't stand up on their own.
No.
I don't foresee the future because they don't have a history of it.
Exactly. I agree with you there. I think the world needed a shake-up. You understand what I'm saying? I think the world needed that kind of somebody to rattle the cages now.
Yes,
right?
And that's why he come in. That's his role he play. And people that's watching it superficially and that's telling themselves, boy, he just wild and he just He's trying to dictate and he's trying to be a world.
Because they're not reading the room. They're not seeing the bigger picture.
They don't understand the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's the same thing with Trinidad economy and everything that's going on. Like what I tell you about the World Bank and the projections and so on and so forth. There's a bigger picture moving in the background.
Right.
But all you're watching the wall.
You were saying it
when
behind the wall.
You gotta look behind the wall, beyond the wall. Somebody is saying here, we export a lot to a lot of Caribbean countries. The PM needs to add a tariff to CARICOM countries who are against Trinidad and Tobago. Is that even an option? Or should that be an option?
What's that?
Somebody is saying that we export a lot to Caribbean countries. We export
1.1 billion worth.
Right. So the Prime Minister needs to add a tariff to CARICOM countries who are against Trinidad and Tobago. That's a kind of Trump move.
That's a kind of Trump move.
But I don't think she needs to add a tariff. But what I'm saying is, even if we pull out of CARICOM, does that affect that trade market? Who they're going to buy from?
Well, boy.
And I am asking. I really want to know because people say, well, if we pull out of CARICOM, nobody just do a lot of trade with CARICOM. But I'm saying, even if we pull out of CARICOM, and we're not here to do, and all right, the trade market, what goes on in the trade market? Does it cease to exist? Right. Or does it still exist? Because where are they going to purchase from? The amount of items that they put, the amount of products that we export to all of these islands of the Caribbean and all these CARICOM member states, where are they going to get it from?
Look, nobody sent my note here, right?
Yeah.
The problem with Africa, that is dealing with the Sahel now, right?
He sent it to...
No, he sent it to my
Oh, he texted?
Yeah. We correspond over the weekend
right.
on different issues, right? He said the problem with Africa is that historically no African empire was strong enough to force the thousands of tribes into a standardized culture. So that it has to go through this phase now before it can get to the democratic state. Because
Right.
remember, Traore talk about getting rid of democracy.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
recently, right? This is what made Europe powerful. Centuries of warfare among tyrants, kings, and emperors. He's talking about a strong leader just doing what he wants. What about the next strong man from the next tribe, speaking another of the 2,000 languages of Africa? Right? They will fight. That's what has happened for the past decades when you have a large population of poor people who have no property. They have no problem submitting to a king to become property. Right?
Interesting.
This is a little core concept of all authoritarian systems, from kings to communists. Africa can leapfrog this freeze. Ibrahim Traore is not the answer. If you fail to learn from the lessons from history, then you become doomed to repeat them. Traore is a carbon copy of Thomas Sankara. If you read up on Thomas Sankara, you'll understand how he ended up where he is.
Right.
Some countries, same rank, same red beret, same military coup, number 4, same selling out to Russia for muscle, same anti-Western ideology. It ended in disaster. 4 more coups later, and it ended up where it is. Look to Sudan today for that Burkina Faso future. Right, so Sudan would be an example of that. So it's very, very interesting to note the geopolitics. I just look beyond the wall. I don't be looking at no wall. If only looking at the wall, that is fine. But it's a superficial thought. You have to learn from history and understand how not to repeat it. So it is what it is. So I waiting to see how these things plays out. The new world order is coming. We sure about that.
Yeah. Let's take enough you?
Yeah.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Morning, man. Go ahead.
Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Could I ask a question before I start?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Is my money beneficial to the station?
If your
my
money...
call, which is spending my money to call the station, is it beneficial? Because I listen to all your from the time all you start.
Right.
And I ain't my number ain't coming in at all. I don't know what's the reason.
You know what?
No. On my number
No. We don't. No, hold on.
So why would you think we block it?
No, we don't block. We don't block.
And you specifically.
We cannot block any number here because nothing comes up with a phone number. everything says anonymous on the landline.
Yeah, but why would
So
you think that?
it would just be that
Yes,
yeah.
but why would you think that we're blocking you in particular?
Well, I've called from the time all you open all your program.
Right, well, that has happened.
And I hear all what you're seeing.
This is the first day?
Financial, political, everything, because listen to the decision.
This is your first day
I don't
calling?
know why.
This is your first day calling?
The number can't come to all you to say yes or no.
Caller, this
so
your...
I had to come to a conclusion like my money has no value.
Is you,
No,
are
no,
you
no,
saying, are you saying this is your first time calling and that has happened?
No, I called all you up to last week.
Right, and you got in, right?
And yes, but
So
I
what-
feel
what-
all you
so
must be recognize my number as a fan again. I could be wrong.
No. We
don't do them kind of
we
thing,
welcome
buddy.
everybody. It's
do
not
Well,
a
you have a
problem.
contribution. You ready?
Yeah, you go ahead, man. You go ahead. You talk your talk.
I appreciate that. I saying, I will say again, as a law-abiding citizen, like all law-abiding citizens, but I would like you all to go across and Senator, what's your name? Zachary? That's the man's name? Zachary?
Eli Zakur.
Eli Zachary.
Zakur is his name. Yeah, go ahead.
Transport manager or something like that?
Transport Minister, yeah, go ahead.
To pass on to the minister to pass on to his boss, because they say, with the boss say, or the board authorization, which is the Prime Minister,
Yes.
to waive amnesty on derelict vehicles in the Trinidad and Tobago that causing hazard and discomfort and inconvenience.
I have passed
come
that
like
on.
a dump.
I have passed that on to the minister, to the relevant minister.
We doing about it.
Well, that is not his portfolio. First to begin.
Well, with the girl name, with the lady name, sorry, not girl. but
Right,
sorry.
okay. So
Khadija
that's
Amin.
Khadija Amin.
Amin?
That is Khadija Amin.
Yes.
Right. Pass on that to she for me. Let she waive amnesty. And also take the record and wreck them all the whole vehicle. Because listen, when you move in a house, you're supposed to clean up the place before you move in and be comfortable.
All right,
The
point taken.
government make a cleanup
Point taken.
of the derelict vehicles that park on the road.
No, we agree with you. No, we agree with you.
Which are delinquent owners, or whatever you call them. So see if you can help me with that now.
No problem, man. You'll pass it on
I
to
appreciate it, and I listen to you all the time, so I will know if you do it, you know.
Yeah, don't frighten her, man. We go
Two
pass
of
it
you
on.
all, gentlemen, there, please.
Yeah, the both of
Yeah,
the
man.
two of us.
No
I
problem.
beg in charity.
Aye, no problem, brother.
Wonderful. Enjoy the balance of your day, your weekend.
Yeah,
All right.
And all you be safe, you and your family.
Same
You
to
too,
you,
man. You
also
too.
You and your
Yeah,
family.
man.
Wonderful. Bye now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The both
Yeah.
of the two of us.
The both of the two of us. Yeah, so we're going to... Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Stephan and Mr. X.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stephan,
Yo.
I am not going the distance in terms of asking or calling or be party to any move for government to get out of CARICOM.
Right.
Countries need market. You could only grow if if people have to understand that investment. You have to generate the cycle of the multiplier effect and all these different things. How are you going to grow? How are you going to develop? Most countries in the world today forming blocks, economic blocks, because they're looking for market.
Right.
You have a market there. You will leave that. Yes, you're going to expand your market, but you have a market there. What is the earnings from what money? How much money do we get from that market CARICOM? You have to look at that.
Right.
Yes, you have it. They have problems there. You see an aggressive approach or movement with respect to CARICOM. CARICOM is not what I think they intended it in 1973. I don't think that it is.
I don't think that's
And
what
as
it, I don't
TJ
think so
Jamaica
either.
said, he's concerned about CARICOM. And he's saying that CARICOM needs reform. And I believe that it needs reform.
Yeah.
But you cannot leave. You made the blunder with the person who closed down Petrotrin. You want that legacy? That you have a market and you abandon that market to go where?
Okay. Point
You're
taken.
struggling for markets all over this radio station and all. You looking for market. Everybody looking for market. And if you get the more market you get, the better for, your
you.
country in terms of improving the people's standard and quality of life, creation of jobs, earning forex. What nonsense is this? The thing has to be resolved. And CARICOM has to get its act together.
But leaving CARICOM, I don't think is an option. Yes, you need to go. You could go beyond CARICOM, but not to leave CARICOM. You have that there already. Right?
Okay.
What Pennywise found foolish.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Cool, man. Yep. Let me just make it clear. I didn't say to leave CARICOM. I say what would we lose if we leave CARICOM? If they were to make a decision and say, look, let me leave CARICOM, or let's exit from CARICOM on this arrangement. What would Trinidad and Tobago stand to lose? Right? What we just gain at this current present point in time?
Man, I just want them to sit down and talk, yes?
No, I too. I all for conversation. I mean, I had to go up the island just now and do my my tour starting at the end of this month, you know. I go to St. Vincent, I go to St. Lucia, going to Antigua, going to Barbados. I all over from the end of this month. So I deal with them on a daily on a yearly basis through culture and festivals. Hello, good morning.
Morning again, gentlemen.
Yes,
This is where we may have a difference of opinion, but I do know that we will show mutual respect.
Go ahead, man.
We made it.
That is what good conversation is all about.
Maybe privy to our opinion, but not necessarily our facts.
Yes.
Listen, this press conference yesterday on YouTube, to the outsiders like myself looking in, I don't like using that term outsider. I'm a Trinity still.
Right.
That it was a post-cabinet press conference.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Right.
Why is Mr. Sobers insulting our intelligence when he was asked by this Mickey Mouse media here, and they didn't maybe ask the question right, whatever. He said when he was asked about the Brent Thomas extradition, he mentioned that he has to go back to cabinet to see if he could come out and release the details of this. All we want to know, in the previous government, the police commissioner who tried to be the former police commissioner who tried to be the fall guy could not authorize that extradition using CARICOM assets, which is part of ours, to go extradite Mr.
Brent
Thomas.
Yeah.
So, why is it a great hush-hush, not only by the PNM, but by the UNC and CARICOM? Why is there such a hush-hush and nobody wants to say who authorized this? Because the police commissioner, even in America, if the president is on the golf course, regardless who he may be, the Secretary of the Navy, Army, or Joint Chief of Staff, whoever, to do anything of significance like that, you need to speak to the Commander-in-Chief, or at least the next person in the chain of command.
Right.
So, you gentlemen can tell me why Mr. Sobers didn't say that and insult our intelligence?
All right.
So disciplined. Go ahead.
Okay. You're talking about what? The actual details of the Brent Thomas issue?
No, not the details. Everybody had the details.
No. The details of what did he say he had to go back to cabinet for?
He has to go back to cabinet to see if he can speak in relation to the details of the Brent Thomas so-called extradition, where we know it wasn't the police commissioner at the time. Couldn't send a plane or acquire a CARICOM-funded plane.
Right, no.
To take Brent Thomas out.
Yeah, but I'm trying.
Somebody from the National Security Council, or the Prime Minister, or somebody.
Right, but what I'm trying
the sleepy Rasta man, whoever.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to establish, I know that he said, the letter he mentioned when he spoke, that the letter that the Kamala Prasad Bisesa wrote as opposition leader, that letter that was written to the Secretary General of CARICOM, inquiring about the Brent Thomas issue, he said, we only got a response to that letter last week. Is that the letter that you're talking about?
No, so why he's still saying he has to go back to cabinet based on the question you was asked.
Okay.
Everybody want to know who right off of that.
Okay. So you're saying that the content of the response is what should be in the public space?
Not the content. It's simple, my brother. Who authorized that in the former PNM government? That makes it easier for you.
No, well, yes, I understand that. But what I'm saying is there was a correspondence that they got last week, right?
Right.
That he said we only got a response to that last week, right? In terms of the letter that the opposition leader wrote since the Brent Thomas issue took place, right? Now, you are saying that this government should have the information as to who authorized
the police commissioner,
right, to go after Brent Thomas.
Correct.
Somebody ought to know by now, right?
Obviously, and I know and I have a feeling that the Prime Minister holding this for sensationalism, for holding it close to his chest as a Trump.
Okay.
No pun intended.
But we want some answers.
We want answers.
That's fair enough.
Yes.
All right. No problem. Well, if he had to go back to cabinet, we'll see what happens in the next cabinet briefing, which will be next week.
Well, you fellas have at your fingertips.
Well,
call him
direct. We could call him. We could call him direct, but we'll try to call him on Monday.
All right, not him. Call somebody. Call the chain of command, the food chain. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah. Yeah, imagine that, but just imagine that. Yesterday when he spoke, that letter that the Prime Minister spoke about writing as opposition leader to the CARICOM Secretariat, that would have been a while back, and she had to go before CARICOM, mention that she wrote and got no response, and that was how much ever weeks ago, and then she only gets a response to that letter what she wrote as opposition leader last week. Something had to be wrong in that whole process or procedure. Something has to be wrong, and that was who I was talking to. When I listened to him yesterday, he was saying CARICOM is not functioning properly, and I think that within itself is an example of the gaps in terms of how they function. Morning.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I don't want to change from the topic, but there's something pressing on my mind that I would like to just not discuss, but just make mention of. The government is looking into different policies in society.
Yes,
one of them is consumers, whereby you go to a store, you buy something, and it's dysfunctional for you, and you carry it back to the store, and they tell you you have to pay a 10% restocking fee. I think that is unfair to the consumer, because I'm giving you back your goods, whole and soul, which you are accepting it, putting it back in the store to sell at the full price, and you want to take 10% out of my money. The government needs to look into that as well. Have a good day.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's a good point, That 10% restocking fee. Because if I bring back something for you because it's not functioning properly, all right, and you first off, you have no reason to put it back in your stock. because it didn't work in. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sorry. I want to stick on the topic.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
With CARICOM.
You go ahead.
CARICOM is a boys' club. It's a boys' club. It become a boys' club. That's why you hear the former Prime Minister, who the boot out, is the only one in the opposition now. Right? In St. Vincent the Grenadines. Where he could end up owning about 4 houses in Trinidad because of the former Prime Minister of them. It's a friggin' boys' club. So when the Honorable Prime Minister, the opposition leader, wrote them and asked about this incident with the Brent Thomas, I followed that. No, that secretary, whoever that person is, did not reply at all. It's only about 2 or 3 days ago. Then it's a boys' club, so everybody looking out for one another. And this former Foreign Affairs Minister, Amy Brown, they only finding all kind of things to make a bacchanal and a confusion with.
Yeah.
And saying the nastiest thing about how the man sees sick and he got through. All them kind of irrelevant things. There was a waste of time, government. They failed the population. PNM is a waste of time. I would say it every day. Every day on this thing. They are a waste of time, and they have all the answers now. And all the drones and the friggin' sycophants This is the voice you don't like to hear. Because all here is a cult. It's a cult. PNM is a cult. Right? So all them who follow PNM blindly and want the country to mash up now because they want back PNM days. PNM they want back there, you know. But we don't want PNM. We, the support of UNC, have to be vigilant and encourage our Prime Minister as we celebrate the next 2 weeks. We celebrate our first year in office. We will fix it and the Prime Minister will fix it. Because his heart is in it. He's a God. You see God in everybody's face. And I'm saying she's a very nice lady. Because she come from humble beginnings as the ASC Express in the opening of the what do you call it, the fire service.
Yeah.
And when they give them the ambulance and the different stuff there. Right? So all the best, man.
All right, man, no problem. No, I mean, look, on that point that you made a couple points inside of there, no? But hello, good morning.
Morning, Stephan and Mr X.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
That letter wasn't 3 years ago when the opposition leader.
Yeah, when she would have written. Well, we know she wrote at least more than a year ago.
So you telling me you have to wait until you become Prime Minister to get a letter?
Exactly.
Seriously?
Exactly. And not only that, but you have to wait until you go before CARICOM, you stand up in front of their face, you talk about it, you mention that you're right, you didn't get a response, and then some months later, they write you back on it. Something has to be wrong with that process.
But that come like a parent disciplining the child.
You understand?
And also, and I hope the police and them come to check you out because I heard on the gong report that the house had been robbed. Sorry.
Serious?
Huh?
Andy Williams?
Yeah.
Andy Williams say he house was broken into?
Yes. That was
I didn't hear that this morning. I run late this morning. I was late on Mother Show, so
he come out and said that his daughter was home and they passed you on the roof.
Well, I had a call Andy on that. All right, cool, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll find out, yeah, man. I'll get some more insight into that. Yeah. So I gotta go to a break in a little bit, but I'll probably take about one more call before I go to the break. Let me take this one as here before I go to the break. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good day, Stephan and Mr. X.
Yes, there.
What I find is everybody want answers from this government. And nobody was calling to ask the last government that what happened to Brent Thomas and want to answer. This government has an answer now and it's for the past government.
No.
You don't find so everybody wants answer right now for everything.
Well, that's part for the course.
Yes, but this is about their own pressure in the last government. When they say they did not reveal nothing, they take that and they stay quiet. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem. Yeah, listen, like I mentioned yesterday, right? I think a caller called in and he mentioned Irfan Ali, and Irfan Ali is aligned with Trinidad or this government or whatever the case might be, wherever. Now our PM would have taken a position as it relates to the issue with Venezuela, which involved Guyana and the Essequibo Range, right? Now, outside of that, of course, there are CARICOM leaders and you know, heads of government that make up the CARICOM, which would be our Prime Minister, Irfan Ali, so on and so forth. But as I said yesterday, and I'll repeat it again, Irfan Ali's comments on this holds no water. Asking Irfan Ali if the process was above board holds no water, because he was part and parcel of that process. You understand? Now, if he wasn't involved in the process, and they asked him a question and he answered it, and he said, well, you know, I wasn't there, but I believe, you know, this was within proper procedure and whatever the case might be, I might take that, you know, on a little more value. But if you are part of a process that is being questioned, right, or that is being criticized, or that is being called into question and deemed to be not legitimate, or you're part of a procedure or a process that was not scheduled to take place when it did, then you coming out and saying that, yeah, everything was right and everything was above, it could never be right and above board if certain members were left out. Right? So, of course, he has to defend his position, and as the caller said, it being a boys' club, he had to defend everybody else who was in that room. You dig? Now, Sobers, when he spoke yesterday in the post-cabinet, he made mention again of what was on the agenda that weekend. And he mentioned that there was nothing about this vote mentioned for that weekend. There was nothing scheduled. As a matter of fact, he went so far as to say yesterday that Barnett's term doesn't end until August this year. So then, why would you re-elect somebody whose term has not ended? There's another piece of information thrown into the mix now that raises an eyebrow. Like, how all they can say, they re-elect this person, but it wasn't even up for re-election yet. That don't make no sense, because he mentioned that yesterday when he spoke, right? He also spoke to the being disinvited and how that entire scenario played off, right? So I think that Trinidad and Tobago is well within its right to call into question the process or the actions of their other CARICOM colleagues in terms of this this vote that took place to reappoint the Secretariat, the Secretary General. I think they're well within their rights, especially when we contribute what we contribute to CARICOM, right, on an annual basis. Okay, it's and let me tell you something, It's almost as if, I don't know. It's almost as if it's disrespectful to a large degree, if you ask me, right? Because you don't go behind the back of Trinidad and Tobago, who, while we may have stumbled a bit over the last 10 years, we are the powerhouse of the Caribbean. Well, we are the second powerhouse now. Guyana has surpassed us, right? Because, they have the thing going on down there and they have surpassed us. But we are the powerhouse, really and truly. And being the powerhouse and making the largest contribution and so on and so forth to that entire CARICOM, to CARICOM, we ought not to be disrespected like that. And I feel it a bit disrespectful that something like that would have taken place, and then they come in to tell you about the proper procedure and everything happened when, according to Sobers, this person's term doesn't end until August. And it was not on the agenda. If it was on the agenda, then all they have to do as the CARICOM leaders is show the documents that I'm sure that Sobers would have in his possession that says that vote was on the agenda. And that sorts out everything. But it just seems we're living in a time where nobody don't produce nothing in black and white. So I'll tell you what, I got to take the break. Let me take the little break here. And when we come back, we'll close off. If we can accommodate a couple calls, we will. Don't go anywhere. Off the record continues after this.
Hey Trisha, I ain't seen a while. How business going?
Boy, business real slow these days, and advertising expensive.
You for real? You ain't hear about SBP?
What is that?
Small Business Package. You can advertise your business on radio. They cater for your budget.
You serious?
Yes, girl. Them fellows are Next 99.1, Sweet 100.1, and Talk City.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020
and he urges a jet ski ban after the child's death, and he recalls being at the same spot with his grandchildren. All right. The tragic death of 7-year-old Angelica Jogi at Pigeon Point, Tobago has sparked renewed calls for stricter safety measures at the island's popular beaches, with former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley urging immediate action. All right. And in a deeply emotional statement, he extended condolences to the parents of Angelica, and he described the incident as a devastating loss that has shaken the nation. And he said the pain being experienced by the family is unimaginable, and offered prayers for strength in the difficult days ahead. Now, he also noted that the tragedy hit especially close to home, as he and his family had recently spent the Easter holidays at the same beach enclosure with young children. And he said he thought that it could have been one of his own grandchildren. And let me see, he expressed concern over the safety measures in place, particularly the use of a rope barrier intended to separate jet skis from bathers. He described the barrier as largely ineffective, noting that it was barely visible in the water and offered little real protection. All right. He pointed out that fatalities have occurred at the location before and warned that without decisive intervention, history will continue to repeat itself. Okay. So, let me see, boy. Right, the jet ski operator is in custody and investigations into the circumstances surrounding Angelica's death are ongoing. Now, I'll tell you next, I know they catch a person, man. All right, now, I'm not sold on a jet ski ban. I don't think banning the jet skis it should be an option or part of any conversation. I know that right now with emotions high, it would seem like a logical call to make. Even on the front page of the newspaper here, grieving mom of Angelica in heartfelt plea after daughter dies at Pigeon Point Beach, saying ban jet skis, saying that she doesn't want anybody to have to feel the pain that she's feeling now. But I do not think jet skis, when you go up the islands, right? You go up to Barbados, you go up to Antigua. I mean, I like I said, I'll be traveling very soon. And I go to cover all these carnivals and festivals. The first is going to be St. Thomas, which has a huge lineup of entertainers of all different types of genres. But when I go out there, right? Part of my stay there is, I'll visit the beaches and things like that. I'll take a little dip on that kind of thing. And the jet skis are wrong, right? Because these guys, once again, they, for lack of a better term, making the hustle, right? Some of them, well, at least locally here, we do everything in a kind of hikey way. But outside there, I get the impression now there's this big thick rope that, marks the area for bathing. So it is quite visible. When I was in Tobago last year, I can't remember. I know Dr. Keith Rowley here, the former Prime Minister, is talking about the rope not being visible. But to me, it's not so much a issue of the rope being, that visible. It's an issue of the jet ski operators knowing where that zone is. I mean, these guys know the area, right? When you operate in anything in any area, you know the area. So there are other markings as well that tells you how close you are to where people are bathing, even if the rope is not visible per se. There are other markings and that you use to know how to keep a certain distance from persons who may be bathing, right? So there are other ways that they can average where the marker is. The issue here is that, like according to what Farley is saying, it is the total flouting of the rules. All right, people? And that is a big problem in Trinidad and Tobago. All right? It's the flouting of rules. We break rules. We breaking rules since we're in school. How much rules all they break and all they have to get some licks. All they have to face the dean with the whip, with the governor whip. You understand? And you're going with your bottom wheel up all how. We naturally break rules. Right? It's human to break rules. However, when you reach a position of rules that are meant for safety, right? Health and safety purposes. Look at the cyclist that lost his life. I was talking to a former national champion cyclist this morning on my television program, and he said, it's not now. It's for the longest while they've been saying that track is not fit for racing, but yet they had a meet there. And a man slammed into a fence and it cut his throat and he dead. When that could have been avoided. You understand? The conditions of that, not the condition, but the way that track is laid out down in Skinner Park there. Professional riders are telling you that is not a track for that. You understand? As a matter of fact, what they do, in accordance with what the cyclist told me this morning, when they're testing a track, right? In terms of your cornering and going around the track, they test it at a minimum speed of 85 kilometers per hour. 85 kilometers per hour. That is a minimum speed that they use. Okay? Minimum, not maximum. Minimum speed for a cyclist going around a corner to see if it's going to pull you in a particular direction, if you know. And what he said is that this is not the first time that there have been incidents down on that track. And he said what is most disturbing is that when there's an incident on that track, you're talking about men getting broken ribs and things like that, right? Serious injuries. Now, he said accidents do happen in cycling, in races with cycling, right? But you don't get injuries to that extent only on that track. So that track was never, or ought to not have been, it should have never been passed and approved for any type of meet of that nature. But somehow or the other, it was. And the Cycling Federation and whomever was promoting that event, they have to take full responsibility for that. You understand? So we have that incident. We have this incident with the jet ski, where obviously the rules were not adhered to. Okay? I could go as far back to the 8-year-old boy, the 8-year-old child that died. Remember the truck that slid down the hill? It was transporting bricks. And it slid down the hill straight into somebody's yard and crush a 8-year-old child and kill the child. That happened just the other day. Some of you will remember that. That is a result of what? That is a result of the driver overloading the truck. So the weight, the truck is not built to withstand that type of weight. But in Trinidad and Tobago, you know as you talk, right? Yeah, pack it now, man. Yeah. Nah, she could take more than that. Don't study that, man. Yeah, you pack, man. Let me make one trip. I come to make one trip, you know, because I ain't going to go and come back and all kind of thing, you know. So just pack everything. That's the mentality. So you overload a truck, you put it up on a hill, and then you come out the truck and the whole truck slide down the hill, going straight into the yard and kill a 8-year-old. Right? And that is a result that we don't abide by rules. There is a reason why they tell you the truck is a 3-ton or a 2-ton or whatever ton. You don't overload it. You don't go beyond that. Because the truck is not built, you know, to deal with that type, any weight over that. But once again, we do these things. We break the rules. So we have seen examples of where we break the rules or the rules are not adhered to or safety checks are not done properly. And I just called 3 incidents here. The jet ski incident with the 7-year-old girl, the incident with the cyclist down in Skinner Park, and that 8-year-old with the truck. I'm very sure that if I think a little bit longer, I'll think about 10 more different situations where we didn't adhere to the rules and the regulations. We broke them, and based on doing that, it cost somebody their life. You understand? So, I mean, look at simple thing. We have walkovers for people to use. Yet, I don't know for what reason they would want to run across the highway instead and try to dodge cars coming at 80 to 100 kilometers per hour and then get knocked down. You understand what I'm saying? The walkover is there. Utilize the walkover. You'll live longer. You'll live another day. You know what I mean? We can't keep going around the rules or ignoring the rules and the regulations and expect that bad things wouldn't happen. And that's the long and short of it. But we have Alex and Sharon Fafan is here. And of course it is Connect with Sharon, and that's coming up next. And they will take you to 12:30. And Sharon is here to solve your problems and take in all the information as it relates to the problems that you're having. in your community. She can't help you with work. If your boss getting you a problem, she can't help you with that. But when it comes to water, electricity, road problem, wherever, she can't help you with that. She can't get shocks to your car either. You have to buy that on your own. All right, so I tell you what, I'm out of here. X has already left. He had a little meeting, so he had to leave a little early. But thanks a lot for your calls and your comments and your participation on Off the Record. We will be back on Monday to do this all over again. The Naughty Corner will return, and we're going to share some licks based on what happens over the weekend. But right now, your news at noon is up next, courtesy TTT. So here that comes, and enjoy your weekend, people. Have a safe one, and don't break no rules this weekend now. Live a longer life. All right?
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard, and this is TTT News at noon. Topping the news at this time. Questions continue to surround the appointment of Dr. Carla Barnett as Secretary General of CARICOM as Trinidad and Tobago calls for clarity and adherence to established regional procedures. The controversy emerged after Trinidad and Tobago raised concerns about how the decision was handled at the recent CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. Although Dr. Barnett's reappointment was confirmed, the government argues the process may not have fully complied with the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. Ambassador to CARICOM Ralph Mirage raised questions